Dear students, today we are going to see shift registers. Here we are discussing serial in, serial out shift registers and serial in, parallel out shift registers. After completing this session, you will be able to explain the working of different types of shift registers which works in serial mode of operation. In previous sessions, we have already seen different types of flip-flops like RS, JK, T flip-flop, D flip-flop and master-slave flip-flops. Here for implementing registers, we are using flip-flops. A register is a group of binary storage cells suitable for holding binary information. A group of flip-flops together constitutes a register. An n-bit register has a group of n flip-flops and it may have a combinational gates that perform certain data processing tasks. A register consists of a group of flip-flops and gates that effects their transition. The flip-flops hold binary information and the gates control when and how new information is transferred into the register. Shift registers are a type of sequential logic circuit used for storage of digital data. They do not possess a characteristic internal sequence of states, and a register capable of shifting its binary information either to the right or to the left is called a shift register. The two basic functions of shift register are data storage and data movement. The logical configuration of a shift register consists of a chain of flip-flops connected in cascade, and the output of one flip-flop is connected to the input of the next flip-flop, and all flip-flops receive a common clock pulse, or all the flip-flops are clocked simultaneously. There are four types of shift registers based on the data input and output. They are serial in, serial out shift registers, serial in, parallel out, parallel in, serial out and parallel in, parallel out. So here we can have serial mode of operation and here we have parallel mode of operation. So in this session we will be discussing only on the first two types, serial in, serial out shift registers and serial in, parallel out shift registers. And we can see this parallel mode of operation, parallel in, serial out and parallel in, parallel out shift registers in the next session. In serial mode, the registers have single serial input and single serial output. The information is transferred one bit at a time while the registers are shifted in the same direction. The serial in, serial out shift register accepts data serially, that is one bit at a time on a single line, and it produces stored information on its output also in serial form. The figure shows serial in, serial out shift register which shifts the value data bits in right direction, that is shift right. And here this figure shows the serial in, serial out shift register which shifts to the left shift register. This figure orbit serial in, serial out shift register with D flip-flops. Here this is first flip-flop with the name f of 0 which is the denotes the least significant bit, and next f of 1, next f of 2, then f of 3. 4 flip-flops. And each flip-flop having a single input D. This is the input for the register itself, and that the next flip-flop's input is connected to the output of the first flip-flop, and same thing with the third and fourth flip-flop. The last flip-flop's output is the output of the register. Here all the flip-flops are clocked simultaneously. See here the clock signal is connected to flip-flop 3, flip-flop 2, flip-flop 1 and flip-flop 0. all the flip-flops are clocked simultaneously. The Q output of the given flip-flop is connected to the D input of the flip-flop at its right. Each clock pulse shifts the contents of the register one bit position to the right. The serial input determines what goes to the leftmost flip-flop here. The serial output is taken from the output of the rightmost flip-flop. This register shifts its contents to the right. If we turn the page upside down, we can see this is working as a shift left register. This shows the entry of 4 bits 1010 into the register, which is a 4-bit shift register. Initially, the register is clear, that means contains the value 0000. FF0, this is the least significant bit position, and FF3 or Q3 is the most significant bit position. The register is initially clear and the 0 is put onto the data input line, making D is equal to 0 for FF0. When the first clock pulse is applied, FF0 is reset, thus storing a 0 in it. Next, the second bit, which is a 1, is applied to the data input, making D is equal to 1 for FF0 and D is equal to 0 for FF1, because D input of FF1 is connected to the Q0 output. When the second clock pulse occurs, 1 on the data input is shifted to FF0, causing FF0 to set, and the 0 that was in FF0 is shifted to FF1. The third bit, a 0, is now put onto the data input line, and the clock pulse, when the clock pulse is applied, the 0 is entered into FF0 and the 1 stored in FF0 is shifted to FF1 and the 0 stored in FF1 is shifted to FF2, and the last bit, A1, is now applied to the data input and the clock pulse is applied. That is on the fourth clock pulse. 1 is entered into FF0. The 0 stored in FF0 is shifted to FF1 and the 1 stored in FF1 is shifted to FF2 and the 0 stored in FF2 is shifted to FF3. This completes the serial entry of 4 bits into the shift register, where they can be stored for any length of time as long as the flip-flops have the power. Clock pulse, the contents of the register is 0101. This is the most significant bit and this is the least significant bit. If we need to get the data out of the register, the bit must be shifted out serially at the output. So let's see how the bits are taken out from this shift register in the next. To get the data out of the register, the bits must be shifted out serially to the Q3 output. So after clock 4, the status of the shift register is 0101. So in the 5th clock pulse, what happens is the contents of the flip-flops are shift right 1 bit position. That means FF3 becomes 1, FF2 0, FF1 1, and there is nothing to be loaded in FF0, so that is loaded with 0. So in the 6th clock pulse, FF0 and FF1 is loaded with 0 and other two 0 and 1. and in clock pulse 7 f of 3 is having one value, and f of 2 0, f of 1, f of 0 0. At the 8th clock pulse, all the bits are shifted out, and the flip-flop, the register contains 0 0 0 0. Next comes the second group of shift register, serial in, parallel out. Here the data bits are entered serially into the serial in, parallel out shift register in the same manner as serial in, serial out registers. The main difference is the way in which the data bits are taken out of the register. In a parallel output register, the output of each stage is available. Here this shows how a serial in, parallel out shift register is. Here only one input line for the data, and for the output there are multiple lines. This shows the serial in, parallel out shift register and the 4-bit register implemented with the D flip-flops. The clock pulse is applied simultaneously to all the flip-flops, and there is only one data input which is for the least significant flip-flop, which is f of 0, and whose output is given to the next input of the next flip-flop, and whose output is given to the input of the next one, and so on. And here the output is given simultaneously from each flip-flop. So Q0 is the output from first flip-flop, then Q1 from the second, Q2 from the third, and Q3 from the fourth one. For getting the output from this serial in, parallel out shift register, we need only one clock pulse. Here we have seen what is a register and what is shift register, which is having the two operations, data storage and data movement. And two types of shift registers we have seen here: serial in, serial out shift register, which works in serial mode, and serial in, parallel out shift register, whose input is in serial manner and output you are getting in parallel mode. Now we can see some of the questions. First, function of shift register include data storage, data movement, none of the above, both A and above. Definitely it is both A and B. What is the number of clock pulses to load a byte of data into a 8-bit serial shift register? The number of clock pulses to load a byte of data. Byte of data means 8 bits need to be loaded. So how many clock pulses are required? So here, for in the serial mode of operation, for serial input we need one clock pulse for the first data. So for loading 8 bits we need 8 different clock pulses. The data bits 1101 is applied to the input of a 4-bit serial shift register that is initially cleared. What is the state of shift register after third clock pulses? So initially shift register is clear, that means having the values 0001. This is the least significant bit position and this is the most significant bit position. So our data bits are 1101. Here the least significant bit is 1. So initially 1 is coming at the clock pulse 1. So 1 is loaded into Q0 and all other positions there is no change, same as that of the previous. So for clock 2, second bit is also coming, so which is 0. So this bit is shifted to the right side and new bit is stored here. So 0100, that means the value stored in the register is 0010. So in the third clock pulse, next new bit is coming, which is 1, is loaded into Q0, and other two here, from here it is shifted to here and from here it is shifted to here. So 1 is shifted here and 0 is shifted here. So 0 the contents of the shift register is 0 1 0 1. In the clock pulse 4, then last bit has come, which is 1 is loaded into the Q0 position, and from Q0 the other things are shifted to the right. So the finally the contents of the register is 1 0 1 1. So our question is, what is the state of the shift register after third clock pulse? So here the answer is 0 1 0 1. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next session with the continuation of this shift registers. In that we can discuss about the parallel mode of operation of the shift registers. Thank you.